Hi everyone, this is Pepper Pace and welcome to a live stream. I know it's impromptu, but I decided that I wanted to um, do a live stream of me prepping this Precious kit. So I don't know how long it's gonna last. And I would like to do as much painting as possible while I am on live. So she has not been washed yet. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to cut open her mouth. So we can do that together. And I know that there's not a lot of people here yet. So if anybody, comes in and they have questions, feel free to ask your questions. One thing is that I remember before there was like chat. Let's see. I want to make all questions visible. All right. Okay, you saying you have no sound? I'm so happy I checked the chat. Let me see if I can turn the sound up. What about now? Can you hear anything? I have the sound. Oh, let's see. Okay. I don't know why the chat messages don't stay on here. So as soon as I press the word chat, they just kind of disappear. Let me press this again and see if I'm not doing something. So chat viewing options. Chats are visible. Okay. Good morning. Let's see what else do we have here. All right. Well, I may not always see your chat, but I will probably be like super busy trying to, um, you know, get her prepped. So, you know what? Look, guys. I was getting ready to cut open her mouth, and guess what? It's already opened. Oh my goodness. What about her eyes? Because I see this. Here, let me try to get this a little bit closer. I'm going to just move this down a little bit. There we go. What? That is awesome. I don't have to do that. What about her eyes? You see that little spot there on the eyes? This is going to be a shorter. Yeah, I forgot to put gloves on. And that's another thing too, is because I did wash my hands right before I started this. I can pull it back out, I guess. Let's do it the right way. Okay. I just want to make sure that I do not have any issues with this cure. Because that is the worst when the cure is inhibited. So we're just putting on powder. But the kit was so sticky. All right, now this is just rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to spray that and see if we can get rid of some of these spots. And that's part of prepping the kit. Let's get a little bit closer. You see that? That spot is not budging. Now, literally, this doesn't concern. Look, y'all, it is coming off. Why am I so pleasantly surprised? I just had to apply a little elbow grease. Oh my goodness. That foreign object came right off. Y'all see that? Let me get a little bit closer. Oh my goodness. I was just getting ready to say I'm not that concerned with it because it's going to be in her hairline. But if you can get rid of it, I got some tweezers. I'm just going to try to, since it just kind of rolled off, let me just kind of clean these tweezers off because I had used them when I worked on another silicone kit, and it's kind of got a little bit of stickiness on there, so I'm just kind of wiping it off. So I just want to thank everybody for those of you who have been able to show up for the live, because I did not post it in the community page. But I want to try to do more. Y'all came right off. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, well, so let's go on to the next thing. I'm okay with her hands the way they are. Let me just wipe this off. I'll get another paper towel. She has a little bit of webbing on her hands, but it's not so bad. But I just want to kind of clean some of that off. Okay, so there is a little spot here. I don't know if that, I can just pick that off like I could the other one. Yeah, if you saw my box opening yesterday, that's when I posted it. And I told you I was shooketh at how pretty this. Oh, I see somebody say hello. Hi, Doris. And that's every time I touch the camera, I can see some of my live pops up. So if I, don't say hi, it's not because I'm trying to ignore you. It's literally because I don't know how to keep the chat on my screen. So, but I do want to say hi to everybody. But anyway, I call her my, like I was shooketh about this kit. I'm just kind of trimming some of this off because I've never seen a kit so pale and so with so much skin tone. This is, to me, amazing. Let me just pull this off. There we go. Yeah, I just pulled it off. I haven't washed her yet because I wanted to get her prepped first. And you'll notice that I put a diaper on her because I would like to, here, let me get a little closer to that. There is a little choppiness on her finger, and we can fix that. I want to try to monetize this, so we're gonna have to try to work around some of the doll nudity, because I noticed with yesterday's video that they said it was going to be limited monetization, but they didn't say why. So this is the first time they said limited monetization, So I'm thinking this is the reason why. A lot of times they don't really want to tell you, what they don't like, what exactly you may have done to go against the terms and conditions. I saw some little black spots. And of course, when I wash it, I should be able to get some of this stuff off. But okay, so let's, this is the Precious kit from Lori Sullivan Roy. I'm gonna pull out again. Okay. Let me just see if there's any more. Nope, I don't see anything. Okay, so this is the Precious kit from Lori Sullivan Roy. And this is my second time getting this kit. When I got her the first time, she came with the EcoFlex, which is the actual, you know, silicone. Thank you. The silicone that she's made from is called EcoFlex. And so here is one part and then one part. I can't remember which one. I'm assuming that this is part A and this is part B. So, and they stay soft, you know, until you mix them. So I'm just gonna mix them over here. And then I'm gonna turn it to this side. And I'm just gonna mix equal parts. And I'm going to just try to fill in some of the little rough spots. One thing I do want to get is some alcohol, so give me another moment. Okay, so I'm getting a little alcohol to kind of smooth out the area, the paint that I'm going to use. And I have done this before. The last time I got this kit, it had some, it was very, very rough. But today, this kit is amazing. I just think it's perfect. So here's a little bit of alcohol, and let's put it over here because I'm gonna spill it. Just some little cheap paint brushes, and then just, let's see. Let's put this over here so I don't use it again. Fold it in half. Okay. And I'm just doing this on my dining room table. It's a beautiful day. I got some sunshine. Another thing that I have is a heat gun, which I've never used my heat gun. I use my heat gun for crafting. I've never used my heat gun on a doll before. So I'm a little nervous, but if my glove melt on the baby, yeah. I'm just gonna warm it up a little bit. I just want to see how hot it got. And it didn't get hot at all. All right, yeah, let's do it again. All right, so I'm not trying to melt it. All right, when you heat up the silicone, what happens, we'll bring it in a little bit. What happens is that it helps it to cure faster. So now I'm gonna just spread a little of this mixture that we brought together. And we're going to just fill in. It matches the color. It's easier to do a repair when there's indentations versus when you have to kind of smooth things out. So it's much better to try to smooth out an indentation. Y'all see what I'm doing? This is going to hopefully resemble the method that you would use when you're painting nails. Kind of do it like that. and just kind of fill in. Okay. And you may have to come back and do it again, but just try to get as smooth on as possible. I'm not an expert in this, but I'm just saying it's kind of like, I don't want to say common sense, but it's just kind of like you kind of know what to do. Okay. Oh, we're getting ready to get a drip. All right, let's wipe that off. Okay. Yeah, I got my television on. Let me turn it down just a little bit. I like watching TV when I'm doing stuff like this. So far, I haven't had to use the brush, but we'll just get some of this off. And how does that look? I hope you guys can see that. I know we got a little blemish there, but it's such a minor blemish that I don't think I'm worried about it. Okay, that's good. That's good enough for this first pass. Let's just take a soft brush and dip it in the alcohol and kind of dab it off on this paper towel, which you can't see, and just kind of smooth it a little bit. Might need one more pass, but I'm not like unhappy with it. All right, so warming it up, the silicone will help it to cure. So okay. So that looks pretty good. I can still see a bit of indentation on there, but for now, let's just let it rest here on the towel. And I'll bring you back in. Okay, so here was my instruments. Let's see if you can see them. There we go. Now there was another spot that I saw, and it was on baby girl's hip, right here. So let us fix this hole right here. Hope you can see that. We'll bring it in. May bring it in too much. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's try to wipe off, because we don't want it to cure on there. And these are minor, this is not abnormal that you would have to do something like this when you're doing a silicone kit, especially when we're talking about a kit that is very soft and marshmallowy. This is like a marshmallow baby. It's just so soft. All right, let's make sure her little hand is not. So how's her little digit doing? Still doing good, still drying, still curing. Just put it back there. And we're gonna grab a little bit. Now this one right here and this one right here, they won't cure. It's this one that's gonna cure. So here, you know what, I forgot to heat it up. Let's heat it up. The reason I really want to heat it up is because I turned my heat on, y'all. Here in Cincinnati, y'all, this is a doll, by the way. Everyone know this color looks very, very suspiciously like a human baby, but this is a doll that I'm heating up. So, but yeah, it's cold here in Cincinnati. All right, so yeah, it's kind of cold here, even though I turned my heat on. And we're gonna hurry up and get that in there, get that filled in while it's still warm. This color matches perfectly. So I was wondering if she had changed her formula at all. She uses a very soft silicone. And a lot of times when you get a soft silicone baby, the sculptor will give you some extra so that you can fix, seal, especially seams. Okay, so we're going to take our brush again, just a soft brush, dab it in some of this alcohol, dab it off on a piece of paper towel, and just kind of smooth it. It's still very sticky though. We don't want to smooth it off because we had a good amount on there. I think we need to add more now that I smoothed it off. Okay, a little bit more here. What I don't want to do is add so much that I feel like I need to sand it off. Like, I don't want to have to sand the baby. And that's the only way that you really do get rid of silicone that has cured, is to sand it off. Now, if it's not curing, you can basically rub it off. Okay, so I'm just smoothing all around the hole. And I think that's pretty good. What do y'all think? Looks better. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay, so if I was doing if I was actually filming this, I would fast forward and just do that for a little bit. So we're going to just let it sit for a minute and make sure we don't get, and I'll just bring the camera back in. Let's take a look at the finger, the thumb, and see how that looks. Can y'all see that? I'll bring it in. Oh, my glove is too, okay. I was getting ready to say, I think my glove is too, not sticky, but I got a little silicone on my hand, on my glove. So I just want to make sure I don't get it on the baby. All right, so let's see if how cured it is. It's curing pretty good. I'm gonna warm it up again so that I can add the second layer to smooth it out a little bit. Sorry for the loud noise. If you guys are just coming into this live stream, I am working on a silicone, full body silicone doll, Precious, and I am filling in some little rough spots on the fingers, because you got to check the fingers and the toes really well. And we just kind of am looking for a silicone or a kit, the baby not to be super cold, which makes the cure takes longer if it's cold. Okay. It's a little rough. A little rough right here. Also, let's say that you had to repair your own kit. Maybe the dog chewed it up. I don't know. But you can always request that the sculptor send you a little sample of their silicone if you had to do a repair. I know Silicone Studio sells, just a little sample. And I have gotten some free with a kit more than once. So it just depends. They might give it to you, they might sell it to you, just explain maybe in writing why you need it, what happened, and they'll give you enough to where you can do like a repair. All right, let's go ahead and cure it again. And I don't want to get too close, but I do want to target it without targeting my fingers. Okay, going back in with the brush. So I just hit it with the heat gun just to warm it up. And now just smoothing it out with the a little bit of alcohol on the brush. It just makes it what they call slip. And you can see that it's cured. I'm using this soft brush, but I also brought a harder brush. So I'm going to do the same. This is just going to allow it to move a little bit more. Okay. I am okay with this digit. It's a little bit, let's see. It's a little hole right here. I hardly got any more made up of this EcoFlex, but I think that's fine. Nobody should be looking that hard at that baby. All right, let's look at his, look at her hip. And if we have to make up some more, we will make up some more. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Let's put her hand over here a little bit. I don't want it to get on her. I got a little bit on her cheek. So I'm just gonna take some alcohol and rub it off. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. What do y'all think? Yeah, y'all can't see it, can you? What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. Let us just mix up a little bit more of the A and B. So this is the little thing I was using. So I'm just going to take this side. Okay. And now I'm going to take a clean stick and take the other equal amounts. Try not to get it in there, and then just mix it up thoroughly. Okay. If you aren't even, it's not going to cure because it takes one side, it takes both sides to cure. There. A little bit more. And then just kind of go around the edges and make sure we don't have anything rough. There we go. I hope everybody's having a good day. We got a little bit of sun today, so that is amazing, because here in Cincinnati, it was so overcast. Okay, let's put that over there. Let's just cure it a little bit, and then I'll hit it with the brush. Okay, so we just warmed it up. All right, so remember when I was telling you that the artist, our sculptor, not the artist wouldn't have it, but the sculptor would probably be able to give you some of the EcoFlex, but you see how pink it is, right? And typically what's going to happen is your kit is already painted. Let's take the hard brush now. The harder brush is just going to make sure everything is smoothed in. I think that looks good. Now we can just go back with the soft brush and just make sure There, I think that looks pretty good. So we can't tell that there ever was a hole. But yeah, so what I was saying is that, you know, if your baby is already painted and it's not this bright pink or beige or whatever color the kit has come in, it might not do you any good to get this exact same pink, you know, or whatever flesh tone. So they do make a repair that is clear. And so if you have holes in your kit, at least it will get rid of the holes. I'm just going to try to bring this in a little bit so I can clip off this this little spot here. Up. Yeah, y'all. I just need to wash her, right? Is that what y'all saying? Just go ahead, pepper, and wash her off. Then you won't have to pick all these little bits and pieces off. All right, I'm gonna turn her over in a minute. And, but before I do that, there's this hole right here in her eye. I don't know if that bothers anybody, but it kinda is not what I want to see. Let's look at her thumb. Her thumb looks good. So I'm just going to fill that hole in because that's annoying. Let's get the tweezers first. Pick off this little mole that little baby girl has. All right, I'm just going to warm her up. In a minute. I see a smudge. Just get rid of that smudge if I can. I don't want to do anything that might cure something foreign on her, because I'm not sure, although I suspect, how I'm going to paint her. In other words, we don't know how many layers of color might be needed to hide some imperfection. All right, so let's just do it like this. No, I'm not going to catch this paper towel on fire. I won't. Okay. Yeah, if you don't have a heat gun, just use a paper towel. I mean, just use a blow dryer. All right, there we go. We got a little bit of that. And we're just going to put it right there. There. That, I feel better about that now. It's not such a gaping hole. And now we're just going to smooth all around. Wipe the stick off with a paper towel. There we go. Okay, so for now, I think that is good on this side. Did we look at our feet? I see this right here, but honestly, I'm not going to mess with that. Her pour spout looks pretty okay, considering that she's not going to be a bald baby. So it's a little rough, and you could, I've seen people kind of cut this out and then pour some more on there, but I really don't have enough of that Eco Flex to do that. So what do we think of her feet? Toes look fine. Toes look fine. I don't know if this is supposed to be apart or not. It looks like it could come apart, but we'll just leave it together. And I already checked under her arms and everything. I'm going to turn her over and we will look at her backside. Bring her out a little. This I could clip off a little bit. It just looks like a skin tag, but it's just a little bit of roughness, and we'll just trim a little bit. These spring-loaded scissors are so perfect for this type of fine-tune cutting, you know. It's good to stretch it a little bit so that you're not getting too deep in there. There, that's good enough. I'm not going to show her butt because, like I said, we kind of want to be, I kind of would like to be monetized. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for today's stream. It was 41 minutes, so I'll come back again. I'm going to wash her, and then I'm going to, I'll show you what I cover her up with. Just walking. All right. So when I'm not painting her, because I'll be transferring her into my office, I will be covering her up with this. And houses, apartments, places that I don't have carpet. I really don't have too many like curtains or anything like that, but things where you have material, even the clothes you're wearing like this. I have an apron, but I didn't put it on. All of that will lead to dust, and every day new dust will develop and get on that baby, and you have to really concern yourself with getting rid of that crap. So we're gonna keep her covered when we're not working on her, and I will be back for another live stream. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And last time I had a live stream here on YouTube, I couldn't cut it off, so you might just be sitting here for a minute, but bye and thank you for showing up.